during the More to Move You sales event right now at Team Mazda. Get 0% financing up to 63 months on a new Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-50. It's your choice, and you get 0% financing on your new Mazda at Team Mazda on Airline.
Thank you for continuing. Yeah, I didn't know. Appreciate that. Wait for it.
9 News Now.
Yeah,
You're watching 9 News Now.
Or it says News
actually,
No.
they're not really
Well,
watching.
News
Yeah,
No.
like you said, it says News No.
We're out of
We're
here.
not doing it no
We're not
more.
doing news.
No.
9 News, no mo.
So you can hear. So people can hear us, they just can't see us?
That's
an
probably a
improvement?
good thing.
That's an improvement.
That's why I was in radio all these years.
Here we go. Starting out with the Sky 9 shot over our capital. Jared, it is looking gloomy today. Perhaps is that indicative, though, of our December forecast?
Yeah, it really seems to be.
Hey,
There we
you
are.
juiced the hell out of it.
Thank you. So yeah, I keep saying Seattle because Seattle is wet and gray and misty and cold and rainy about 300 days out of the year.
No, I was thinking the same thing actually. This weekend, I was like, it's like Seattle weather. You know, it's cold, wet. We don't have to worry about anything severe, so that's good.
Well, look,
but
cold and wet is good for a dog nose. That's it. That's what I want. Cold and wet, dog nose. But when it comes to weather, man, we just that's kind of gross down here.
yeah, it really is, guys.
That's what
But
we
you're
need
gonna
to be
want
out and about.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But you don't want the jacket, the umbrella for today, and we'll have 2 dry days tomorrow and
There you
Wednesday, so at least that's something.
Perfect.
All right, let's get a live look outside. You are looking over the downtown area, and we're kind of dreary out there, kind of the same exact way that we were yesterday. And just like yesterday, temperatures really struggle to get up there. They're going to struggle to rise again. As a matter of fact, right now we're cold. We're in the mid-60s. We've got mid-40s, I should say. We've got 46 degrees out your door right now. Feels like 42 whenever there's a light breeze, and luckily the winds aren't doing too much. Yesterday's high 62. We look to be even cooler than that for today and even colder tomorrow. We're going to talk more about that in a second. First, these little flashes, these little flickers of green on your screen, most of that is evaporating before it hits the ground. The real rain, the main batch of rain, is back here to the west in Texas. Look how cold behind this area of low pressure. Oklahoma going into Arkansas, they're changing over. They're changing over to a mixed bag of wintry precipitation. Here, just in the form of rain, and we don't have to worry about severe weather, so that's the good news. But it looks like we could see rain, possibly heavy at times. That's what you're looking at over here on the HRRR. And there you see tonight, I would say it's a real safe bet that we're going to have rain off and on all night. Good sleep weather, I guess. The good news is that the rain should get out of here just in time for daybreak tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow morning's commute is going to be looking better. Tonight's commute is not looking good. Then, like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, we catch a break. Thursday, we're going to run it right back with another round of rain and maybe even a thunderstorm or two. Even in that batch, we're not expecting severe weather. However, if you add up the rain that we're expecting for today, plus the rain that we're expecting again on Thursday and Friday, we could get a nice swath of about 3 to 4 inches across the heart of our viewing area. Remember, we could use that. That would help alleviate some of the drought conditions. We still have our flood outlook today into tomorrow, but we're just a level 1 right now. So that's good news. Right now, we don't have any active flood watches or warnings. And as I mentioned, we don't have any severe threats to this point. For today, you're going to want the rain gear and the jacket, both AM and PM, 60 degrees for the high temperature. And really, that looks to be about it. Tonight, this is just going to be a good night to stay indoors. You're not going to want to be out there. It's going to be raining. Rain is a real safe bet tonight. And then the overnight low down to 39 degrees. But at least we're not talking about freezing temperatures at this point. However, one night after that, as we go Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we're going to be really flirting with freezing. I'm not guaranteeing a light freeze here, but we're definitely going to be very close to 32. The good news is by the time we get to that point, it's going to be completely dry out there, so we're not going to have to worry about icing on the roads. As I mentioned, after the break in the rain Tuesday, Wednesday, we go right back to it. Thursday and Friday, they're shaping up to be wet days, and they're shaping up to be just as cold as today. But the good news, if I can find a little bit of good news as we go to the weekend, it looks like things quiet down, they settle down, they get a little bit drier, and temperatures start to warm up a little bit too, so that's going to help us out. Once again, you can find this forecast available anytime at WAFB.com. It is now 7:06. Make it 7:07. Johnny A., how are the roads?
Really slow coming in from Walker this morning on I-12. We're also seeing some backup starting on Florida Boulevard with people hopping off the interstate, mainly at Jubin. They're hopping off the interstate at Jubin and going up to Florida Boulevard because of this backup. The wreck is right before Pete's Highway, right before you get to Range. So the Pete's Highway overpass is like right in there, and then Range overpass beyond that. Right lane and right shoulder still blocked. o'clock this morning. This is one of the cameras facing Walker. The Walker on-ramp is right around that curve. So from Walker all the way to almost Range, bumper to bumper traffic. This is a little deceiving because this measures you from Juban on. So most of that traffic is going to be Walker to Pete's Highway coming on the I-12 westbound. See if we can get our measuring tool to work this morning. And yep, about right at 4 mile backup coming in from Walker toward Denham Springs. Stop and go traffic. Be patient. Use Florida if you want to as an alternate, but that's also getting busy. 7:07. This is WAFB 9 News Now. We do it every weekday mornings at 7, 3:30 in the afternoon, 9 at night. Headlines for you coming up next.
Seven on Dine, your time right now. Stepping you through a few things going on today, things we're following, including a small thing. LSU has now hired a new football coach. You may have heard of him, Lane Kiffin, coming over from the what's that squad? The Ole Miss Rebels. He's got a big press conference scheduled for later today.
Yes, 3:30 this afternoon. LSU Athletics Department is officially set to introduce Lane Kiffin as the Tigers head football coach. This has come after weeks, if not months now, of this saga to figure out who will be the Tigers head coach after LSU fired Brian Kelly. A lot of anticipated weight of decision making here, and that kind of rounds out the coaching carousel here after weeks of rumors.
Yeah, rumors and speculation, because everybody else kind of fell into line after this Saturday and this Sunday, and everybody's got their new head coaches now, and SEC just kind of pilfered the ACC. But again, most of the big jobs are now set. But again, 3:30 this afternoon. Expect the very latest from 9 Sports and 9 News as LSU welcomes in its new head football coach, Lane Kiffin. All right, so from that to this, I want to get you to a brand new website that the town of Central is pushing. This is all things, if you've got some work that needs to be done, Public Works, this is a brand new portal. Govwell.com.
So think anything that you'd call 311 for. In the city of Central, you can now take care of those requests online. If you have a public works request that you'd like to put in and perhaps add photos, that's what this new website is for. They're trying to streamline the process and bring you online so you can have your own little paper track and track record. In fact, this is kind of what it looks like. This is app.govwell. You can see where it's operated. They talk about the different agencies, right? Code enforcement, planning and zoning, stormwater permits. This is going to be your central hub, literally, for any work request in the city of Central. We also have a link to this waiting for you on the 9 News app, so you can get right to it.
So from Central into Baton Rouge, fire crew is working to determine exactly what caused this fire. This is Lark Street. Sunday morning, actually just past midnight on Sunday, Liz, and they're calling it a total loss. Then
Baton Rouge Fire Department is still working to figure out what may have sparked this incident. Perhaps if you know anything or perhaps spoken with anyone who may have known, go ahead and call that tip into Crime Stoppers.
I want to let you know about something that happened over the weekend, and the idea here is to keep this person's name in the know. The name of Madison Allen. Now, she went missing a couple years ago, actually to the day on Saturday. And so her mom, Liz, held a walk of hope to keep her daughter's name out there and to keep making sure that people are looking for her.
That's it. Her mom is Lynn Rollins here, and you can see she set up photos of her daughter, Madison. She was 32 years old when she went missing, and her mom is holding out hope that somebody out there knows what happened to her daughter. Miss Rollins was telling us, WAFB, that she believes her daughter was taken and that she doesn't believe that authorities are taking her daughter's case seriously. So yesterday, on Sunday, she held this walk to renew any leads on this. She's hoping that somebody will recognize or perhaps call in a tip, any little thing that can help track down her daughter's case. Again, if you'd like to find out more on this story, you can find it on WAFB.com.
I want to let you know this is going on as well as we begin to celebrate the season all over South Louisiana. One of the great spots to do that is Baton Rouge General. They are back at it, Liz, with their holiday lights.
If you'd like to see them, well, at sundown is when the lights will turn on. At sunrise, as we've learned this morning, is when the lights will go off. You can enjoy the holiday lights at Baton Rouge General's Bluebonnet campus through the end of December. They are truly a spectacle to see. If you haven't brought your friends out there or your family, it is a free thing. You just park right by the hospital and then walk on over, and you can see they even have photos with Santa. They'll have other pop-up nights throughout various Fridays and Saturdays. So just check out Baton Rouge General's website to see how to navigate your way around and to find out when you can possibly grab a photo with Santa Claus.
How about checking this out as well? Toys for Tots. You know the program. It's been around for just years. And WAFB, proud to be partnering with the Baton Rouge Clinic, finding the easiest way for you to get involved, get a present for a child in need.
Well, we are here at Cyber Monday, so while you're doing some shopping, maybe knocking out some of that Christmas list, go ahead and pick up an extra toy for your family and for that extra child in our community. They'll receive that gift, and we just showed you where you can find the link to donate monetarily. Yes, hey!
More rain on the way.
Oh, stop.
No.
Well, that's true, because welcome to December. You talked about it. I mean, December in Louisiana means obviously colder and rainy.
Yeah, we get a little bit more active this time of year, guys, because usually we only get maybe one cold front a week. Now we're in December, we get about 2 or 3 a week. So that gives us more chances at rain. That's going to actually help us in the drought department. So I know we don't like the dreary weather, but actually some of us could use the rain.
I can imagine November must have been one of the driest months on record for us.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was super dry until the last day we finally got about a ½ inch. We got less than an inch of rain the entire month put together. So yes, it was very dry. We can use the rain.
Yesterday.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Right.
How dry was it?
Oh.
It was so dry.
It was so dry. I saw a squirrel taking a bath in the fountains.
Oh God, come on.
Wait, what?
Well,
That's
there's
not how that joke goes, and we're not going to tell you how that joke goes, even here on 9 News Now.
Or 9 News No. We eventually got there. So I suppose if you did turn back and join us, thank you.
You little.
He wants to giggle over there. He sure does.
I'm freezing. My fingers and toes are freezing.
What?
You need a space
it's going to
heater.
get colder. You
I
gotta,
know.
Pace yourself.
Yes, I have shoes and socks
We need
on.
to check with the fire department if we can get you a space heater in
You
here.
mentioned pants.
If it's a fire hazard, probably not.
Happy Honda Days are here at Team Honda, and that means tremendous savings. Right now, make no payments for 90 days on every new Honda. Plus, get clearance pricing on select new Hondas all during Happy Honda Days, right here at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.